Hi friends! So for today's project we are going to create realistic birds. For this project you'll need a pencil, an eraser, crayons, markers, colored pencils, and any other drawing supplies you can think of. Now, with parental consent, you can use watercolor paints, as long as you ask. Alright friends, so the first thing we are going to do for a realistic bird is start with the head. Now, when looking at your paper, we're going to be drawing more out this way. So I would almost start kind of up high, closer to the left of your paper. And just start from there. Just because if you start too close to this side, your bird might get cut off. So I would start closer to the left side, or if you want, you could even turn your paper horizontally. So I'm going to start with the head, and we're going to start just by creating a curve. A nice, small curve. So once you do that curve, we're going to drop it down. We're going to give our bird an eye. And that's going to be closer to this left side. And then we're going to also give our bird a beak. Now, your beak shape is up to you. I'm going to make my bird have a long beak shape. And once you do that, you're going to curve, and then come out. Okay, and then we're going to do one of the wings. We're going to start here in the middle, then pull it out, and then curve it. And then we're going to draw the other wing shape, kind of following this line that just points downward. It's going to point downward, and we are going to cut it off at an angle. Okay, then once you do that, we're going to draw another curve. Leave a small gap, that'll be for the feet. And then we're going to draw another line and curve that is similar to that shape. And then I'm going to draw another one that just kind of fans out in the same way. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and go back to the feet. I'm going to draw a slight curve here, one here, and then for the feet, we're just going to do these little curves. And you're going to want to do that for both sides almost. We're going to make another small curve. To give our bird some feet. So now we're going to bounce back up here, and we're going to make this little wave shape for our bird. We're going to give it a line here to help define our bird's head. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and outline. So I'm going to take my black marker, and I'm just going to outline my pencil lines that I want to show. Now in my bird's eye, I did leave a little white dot just to give the idea of like a reflection in the eye to make it look more realistic. So now that we've got our bird, I'm going to take my eraser, erase out my pencil lines best I can. Brush away the blurries. Now we've got our basic bird shape. But I am going to go ahead and go in and add a few details to where I think they would be needed. Now, I'm doing these dots almost to give the impression of there being some feathers without going in and drawing each individual feather. I'm just giving the impression. And I'm paying attention to my bird's bodies and how it would curve. So you kind of want to follow the curve as you draw these marks. That'll just give your bird the impression of depth, 3D aspects, things like that. I'm gonna go in and just kind of define up the beak a little. We just want to give our bird some depth. Maybe some lines there. Just something like that. Now, we are going to create a background, but I am using watercolor paint, so I'm just going to draw the background, well, paint the background on more so. But if you're not using watercolors, you can use markers, colored pencils, crayons, that's fine to create your background. So, for my background, I'm gonna have my bird on a tree branch. So I'm just gonna go in and just start kind of creating a branch. And I am going over the feet. I can always go back in and outline it more later. I'm just building up. Now, I don't have a specific plan for my background. I just know I want my bird on a tree branch, and that's fine. Sometimes for me, it works better without having a direct plan for something. And I just like seeing what becomes, what gets created. And it's kind of cool to see where your mind will take you. But if you plan it out, that's fine too. People create in different ways. If you wanted to add another bird, that's fine too, go for it. It's all up to you. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am gonna go back in and just paint my bird a little bit. I'm kind of just working all over the plane. Some people work that way. I do well with that. It's always personal preference. I'm making my bird warm tones because I love warm tones. You can paint your bird any color you'd like. It's up to you. It could be pink. Now, I am going to go ahead and add some leaves, flowers to my branches. I'm going to use red because I think that would look nice. Now for this, I'm just placing small little dabs, little dots to create the impression. And I really like how that's turning out. So now I might take it a step further. I might go ahead with my orange and add some orange into this as well. We'll say it's a nice fall day. Fall is one of my favorite seasons, but if you want to make your leaves bright green, go for it. If you want them to be yellow, that would be just as nice too. You know, some trees, like lavender trees, have purple flowers. Go for it. Come out very nicely. Okay, so once you create a tree branch for your background, or you can do a sunset, it's up to you. You can paint the background blue, up to you. But once you've done that, you have created your realistic bird. Hope you have fun, friends, and I can't wait to see what you guys create.